Here's the deal. We've talked about it a lot over the course of the last few weeks. What's up with DJ Lagway? What's up? I mean, spring practice, we got this, shoulder injury, lower body injury, and we're not seeing him throw during spring ball, and then fall camp rolls around. We're fired up for that. Then Zach Alberverdi of Gators Online reports that we got a calf injury during team run. We'll give you the latest there. I'll give you my thoughts on that as well as some other intel. Before we do that, though, college football sickos, it's our time. We made it. Against all odds, I know it felt like it would never get here, but we made it. College football season is here. If you want all the intel around your football team, if you want all the content around the college football season, the beauty that it is, make sure you are subscribed. Gator fans, especially y'all watching the show, watching the segment right now, make sure you are subscribed if you want more content around your Gators. That's the best way to let us know that. All right, now speaking of let us know something, talked to some folks close to Florida, and the situation around DJ Lagway is as follows. Missed the first 2 days of camp. I say missed. Billy Napier said he would be limited, modified, whatever. Missed in a full capacity as it pertains to what full capacity would mean. But practiced throughout the last couple of days. He is still on a pitch count. Now I want to make sure I clarify this because it sounds like I might have said something that I didn't mean. He missed 2 days of having full go practice. Believe he might have still been modified there. But now he's back to semi-full go on a pitch count. Person I talked to said after seeing him practice on Saturday, the concern around the calf would be a bigger deal if they hadn't seen what they saw. All right, so take what you want from that and how much you believe from that. Sounds like he looked good on Saturday. Sounds like he's dealing. That's all well and good. Here's my thing. I still want to see him throw on the run. Couple of clips out there on the socials of Lagway throwing a dart after dropping back or throwing in rhythm. That's all great. I have no question marks about that. But if we're talking about the calf being something that could be an issue, I want to see my guy rolling right, throwing left, rolling right, dropping a missile downfield. I want to see something to where I can actually check that calf with my own two ojos and know what we got there from DJ Lagway. That's my big thing right now. I'm not a doctor, but if you go check the social feed over from Gators Online, you can see at the end of one of their highlight videos, he throws a pass in rhythm. He's got a little sleeve on the calf, on the leg, which is fine. But again, not a doctor, but he does not look like 110% comfortable as he walks out of that frame. Again, not a doctor, just saying that's my own pulse on things. So good news around Lagway. I'm still being a little bit let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Now, the beautiful part about this is you get 2 games to get into rhythm, but man, we better be in rhythm by the time we're on the road against LSU and Miami. But we'll keep a pulse on that, the plot thickens. We will have more intel around that for you. So make sure you are subscribed. Again, just double call into action there so we can track this thing together. Think he's really good. Think he's going to be really good. But makes me a touch nervous now with this trend. But the beat goes on. Dallas Wilson, freak show true freshman, tore up the spring game. If you remember, 10 catches, darn near 200 yards in the spring game for Florida. They feel awesome about their receiver room. Dallas Wilson's getting some run with the ones. They also feel great about Eugene Wilson, who you're hoping and praying can stay healthy and be a guy for you. I think he's one of the most exciting players in the SEC, if not college football, when that guy is ready to go. The fact that you have more guys around Eugene Wilson, too, in a J. Michael Sturdivant, in a Dallas Wilson, in an Aiden Mizell, who they're expecting to level up, there's a lot there to where I think Eugene Wilson could be in for a massive year. They're going to move Eugene Wilson around. They're also going to move UCLA transfer J. Michael Sturdivant around. So add some flexibility to the offense, and DJ Lagway should have what he needs when it comes to the weaponry out there in Gainesville. They're excited about the defensive line. It's not just the top end, though. It's the depth in the D-line, which I think is what gets you fired up. Talking to people close to Florida, you start talking about that 2 deep, going into the 3 deep, and you're like, this is what it takes to win in the SEC. Because it is borderline impossible to go wire to wire in that conference with 110% health. It just doesn't really happen. Now, I hope it happens for everyone across college football this year. I hope the injury bug goes extinct, but the reality is with how brutally physical this game is, you're going to need some platoon. So they feel good about that out there at Florida. Jaden Woods is a true freshman edge defender, got some burn with the ones during the spring. Looks like he's going to start, which, you're going to start at edge in the SEC in a deep defensive line. You should feel pretty good about what the guy can potentially do when it's time for him to get rolling. There's a lot of confidence, though, from the top down at Florida. Remember SEC Media Days? We were rolling into Florida's time in Atlanta, and they were going to go, make the rounds on Radio Row. Before they hit Radio Row, I think it is zero coincidence that Billy Napier quote tweeted a picture of their schedule that somebody had tweeted out, and he just said the word "spot the ball." Take of that as you want. I think that is the attitude from Billy Napier all the way down, from DJ Lagway to Caleb Banks to Eugene. I think that's their edge right now. A subplot that kind of gets lost in the discussion around how tough Florida's schedule actually is. You got 2 games to kind of get this whole thing ramped up, which you didn't have the entire time Billy Napier has been there. Think about the openers Florida's had since Napier was the head coach. Utah, not once but twice, and then Miami. You got to be ready to go by game 1, which isn't the worst thing to have a sense of urgency, but when my quarterback's got a couple of different injuries he's trying to work through or has had to work through from the end of last season to this season, I like that we get LIU. I like that we get USF. And after that, it's full go. Make no mistake about it. But I do think getting to ease into it just a little bit could be something that gets overlooked with this Florida team. So very, very early on, only a couple practices in, but for Florida, good news around Lagway. I'm being a touch pessimistic, dare I say cautious on that. Want to see more, but overall, good to hear the people around Florida are saying good things about him, and good to hear that they like the depth on the D-line as well as the depth they have in that receiver room. A lot of confidence at Florida right now, man. A lot of confidence. I think a lot of that, too, comes from how they finished last season with wins over LSU, wins over Ole Miss, and wins over Florida State and Tulane, too, to finish out with that hot streak. But regardless, a lot of good stuff over there. Make sure you're locked in to Gators Online for more intel over there.